Hello and welcome to Miracle Fire Radio and Miracle Fire TV. This is your host, Pastor Isaac Prather. I'm so glad that you've joined me tonight. I want to share with you a testimony of something that I saw the Lord do with my very eyes when we were in Kenya, Africa recently. We were about to have a crusade one evening, and before the crusade we decided to walk around a village. It was a spread out village, and houses were a pretty good ways apart, and so we began to go from house to house and talk to people and invite them to the crusade and meet with them and talk to them about Jesus. Well, we went to one house, and the pastor that was accompanying us, a local pastor there, told us of a woman whose house we were about to go to, who had been in the liquor business. She was a moonshiner for a long time and did not know the Lord. And so we went to her home. She welcomed us very graciously into her home. We came in her very humble dwelling, and we sat there, and through a translator I was talking to her about Jesus and sharing the gospel with her and with her daughter and with her grandson, who was a little bitty baby boy. Of course, he couldn't understand, but he was there, as well as another little boy who she had taken in. So as we shared the gospel with them in very simple terms, she began to cry, and she confessed that she was a sinner, the owner of the home, that she needed Jesus. And so we led her to pray, and she received the Lord into her heart with many tears, as well as did her daughter, as well as the young boy that was there in the home. Well, later on, when we had the crusade, of course, we had invited them to come. And so I looked out into the audience, to the crowd of many people, and there she was, along with her daughter, along with the baby, along with the boy. They had come to the meeting. And so after preaching, I made an altar call for those that needed to be saved and those that needed to be healed. She came forward. She's an older lady, probably in her 60s or maybe early 70s, I would say. She came forward. The power of God touched her mightily. She fell under the power of God. And then the young lady, her daughter, brought the baby forward. She told us that the baby had a terrible case of colic, was constantly coughing and up through the night, and no one could sleep. Them nor the baby could ever get any sleep because of the colic. So me and the fellow evangelist that was with me, we laid hands on the baby and prayed that the Lord would heal the child. So they left the meeting, they went home, and so the next day, I believe it was, they came to the crusade again, that we were continuing in that village, and brought the baby and stood to testify that the Lord had completely healed that child, that it didn't cough any, and that they all slept wonderfully through the night. The Lord had done a notable miracle in that baby boy, and it caused many to believe the Lord for His healing power. Many began to come forth and receive healing for themselves because of the testimony, this wonderful testimony about this household that was saved by the power of Jesus Christ, and the baby was completely healed of colic. They continued to come and testify of what the Lord had done. This has what the Lord will do for you if you will believe Him. Until next time, this is Pastor Isaac Prather, Miracle Fire Radio and Miracle Fire TV.